Magda Linette is a professional Polish tennis player. Her highest WTA singles ranking is 64, which she reached on September 21, 2015. Her career high in doubles is 95, achieved on July 27, 2015. She made her first appearance in a WTA main draw at the Internationaux de Strasbourg in May 2013, where she also scored her first win at this level. The same year, she reached her first WTA semi-final in Baku, coming from qualifying. Magda Linette won her first WTA 125 title in November 2014 by defeating China's Wang Qiang in the final of the Ningbo International Women's Tennis Open. Personal life. Magda Linette was born to Thomas and Beata and currently resides in Poznan, Poland. She is a right-handed player and is currently coached by Zuzanna Zunik. Her favorite tennis surfaces are hard and clay. Tennis career. In May, Magda Linette received a wild card to the qualifying draw of Polsat Warsaw Open, part of WTA Premier Series. She beat her doubles partner Paula Kania in straight sets but lost to Anna Chakvetadze. In June, she won her first professional tournament in Szczecin as a wild card entrant. In July, she made it to the final of the ITF Tour and tournament but lost to top seed Ksenia Pavak from Russia in straight sets. Magda Linette won another 2 ITF titles in August, in Häckingen and Versmold, both in Germany. In Häckingen, as a qualifier, she defeated Silvia Soler Espinosa of Spain, while in Versmold she beats Romanian Irina Camelia Begu in straight sets, 6-2, 7-5. She continued to play $25,000 ITF tournaments and won her 4th title of the season in Katowice, where she defeated former top 100 player Eva Bernrova. The week after, she reached another final in Zagreb but eventually lost to Renata Varashova in 3 sets. After 21 consecutive wins on the ITF circuit, after some weeks of rest, she wasn't able to win her first matches in $50,000 ITF tournaments in Athens and Ismaning. Nevertheless, she succeeded in reaching the final in Opel, but lost to Sandra Zalavova. 2011. In early February, Magda Linette played for the first time as a member of Polish team in Fed Cup. She defeated Ann Kremer easily, but lost her 3 other matches, including one against Belarusian and top 100 player Olga Gvortsova on an honorable score. In May, for her first appearance in her Slam tournament, she played the qualifying of the French Open and defeated Claire de Gabinatas to reach the second round, where she lost to Mandy Minella. In September, Linette played in the qualifying tournament of the U.S. Open, losing a 3-set-in match to Russian Valeria Savinik, 6-7, 6-4, 6-2. After some difficult months despite encouraging debuts on $50,000 and $100,000 ITF tournaments during the summer, Magda Linette surprisingly defeated Sorana Cirstea in the first round of the Tournament of Poitiers in October, 3-6, 6-4, 6-2. The month after, she reached the semi-finals of the ITF Tournament of Opel in her home country, beating en route top seed Lesia Surenko, starting the season with several early exits after a notable straight sets win over Monica Puig and Andrzej Bardeon. Magda Linette reached her first singles final in over 18 months at the $10,000 event of Florence in May but lost to Anne Laurendon. After 4 first-round losses, she finally competed again in a $25,000 final in Christinum a month later after beating Elena Bovina by coming from a set down, but was defeated by Australia's Sasha Jones. In Ostad, she won her very first doubles title pairing up with her friend Katarzyna Pitta. Linette's performances during the summer were quite disappointing, exceeding the first round only once. Her next good run occurred in Dobrik, where she finally qualified for the semi-finals with victories over Irina Kromasheva and Jasmina Tinic, losing to Ansheva after a final set tiebreak. The week after, she entered and won the $10,000 of Prague after beating Katerina Siniakova and Zuzana Luknarova without dropping a set, lifting her fifth singles trophy in career in the first since September 2010. In October and November, Linette got some of her best wins of the season by beating Eleni Danielou in Limoges, Monica Puig again in Nantes and Carolina Pliskova in Écuadreville, but reached at best the quarterfinals in these tournaments. Nevertheless, she added two more doubles titles to her prize list, including her first $50,000 level trophy in Limoges with compatriot Sandra Zaniewska. In December, she ended her season by winning another tournament in doubles with Katarzyna Pitta in Ankara. In early 2013, Magda Linette hired Izo Zuniga as her new coach and started to train in Split. After a brief warm-up tournament in France in January where she won 3 matches, Linette spent some weeks in South America to play 2 WTA tournaments but suffered early losses in both Cali and Acapulco. Back in Europe in late March, Linette reached the semi-finals at the indoor hard tournament of Tallinn, falling to Alexandra Sasnovich. Some days later, she beat Valeria Savanic in the first qualifying round of the BNP Paribas Katowice Open but didn't manage to qualify for the main draw. At the end of the month, Linette entered the $25,000 event of Civitavecchia and reached the singles final by defeating successively Ansheva, Arantxa Parasantonia, Elise Lim and Karina Dentoni before losing to Anna Carolina Schmidlova. The week after, she won at $50,000 plus H. Johannesburg, her biggest doubles title to date, along with Chanel Simmons. At mid-May, Magda Linette qualified for the first time for a WTA main draw in Strasbourg, not losing a set in qualifying. She scored her first win at this level against Olga Puchkova and, doing so, her second victory over a top 100 player, advanced to the second round and falling to eventual champion Elise Cornet. Then she had some tougher weeks until mid-July as she reached the quarterfinals only once, in Turin, getting through another WTA qualifying draw on the occasion of the Baku Cup. Linette made her second appearance in a main draw at this level. She defeated Julia Cohen, runner-up of the previous edition, then Kristina Pliskova to reach the quarterfinals where she benefited from a controversial retirement of Ons Jabeur. She lost in her first WTA semi-finals to Shahar-Per. Thanks to her deep run in Baku, she returned to the top 200 for the first time since August 2011 and got a new career high in rankings of No. 159. Trying to enter the US Open main draw, she fell in the first qualifying round to Turkey's Kaglabu Yukakjai. After fruitless tournaments in September, Linette started to compete in successive indoor hard events in France and got more success. She reached the semi-finals at $50,000 JOUE Acute Les Tours with victories over Valeria Savanic, Anna Vrljic in Marta Domachowska, only losing to Mirjana Lusic Baroni. The week after, she won her 8th doubles title, pairing up with Victoria Golubic. Finally, she competed in her very first $50,000 plus H singles final in Nantes, beating en route Sofia Arvidsson and Claire Feuerstein but falling to in-form player Alexandra Sasnovich. This performance made her advance to No. 148 in singles. In December she came back to play a $25,000 tournament in Pune, which she won as the top seed. Linette started the season slowly with a few wins in Australia before falling into a 7-match losing streak from January to April, combining WTA and ITF events. She finally reached the quarterfinals at the Malaysian Open in Kuala Lumpur. Preparing for the French Open, she had mixed results at 2 European $100,000 tournaments and failed to pass the first qualifying round in Paris, where she lost to Ksenia Pavak. She launched her grass season with 2 ITF tournaments in Great Britain but lost twice to Estonia's Anett Kontaveit in straight sets. She sustained an ankle injury from her first qualifying match at Wimbledon and had to stop playing for a month. Linette returned to the competition in August but failed again to get through the first qualifying round at the US Open. In September, she flew to Asia to play a series of WTA events, winning 1 match each time in Suzhou, Hong Kong and Guangzhou. She reached in the latter her very first WTA doubles final, partnering Alizé Cornet. After 2 losses in Beijing and Tianjin, she was top seed in a $25,000 event in Goyang and won it. In late October, 2 weeks later, she entered another WTA 125 tournament in Ningbo, China, defeating 7th seed Shahar-Peer and Zhu Yifan in the first 2 rounds. She came back from a 1-6-0-4 deficit to beat 2nd seed Zhang Saizai in the quarterfinals before taking out fellow Pole and friend Paula Kania to qualify for the final. She defeated 6th seed Wang Qiang in the final to win the tournament, the biggest title of her career and her first WTA trophy of any kind until then. She ended her season with a quarterfinal appearance in the WTA 125 event of Taipei the week after, beating again Wang Qiang but losing to top seed Annalena Friedsam. She reached the 109th position in the WTA singles rankings at the end of November 2014. WTA Career Finals. Singles, 2 doubles, 1 ITF Career Statistics. ITF Circuit Singles, 19 ITF Circuit Doubles, 17 Grand Slam Performance Timeline and AMP, head-to-head versus top 10 ranked players.